Welcome back to another video of Project Central. We're gonna try to remake a project that I tried to do 4 years ago. It's the jet scooter. So it's right there, as you can see. Basically, I tried for so long to make this work, like so long. Me and my friends, we were trying to make it work. I was fixing stuff, changing stuff, and it was just not working at all. There was a big problem with all the welds. All the welds were bad. The dimensions of the combustion chamber were not good. I think it was not precise enough. I didn't have the right tools to build a good combustion chamber that was really airtight, so that the air was leaking. It was just not working, okay? What I'm gonna do is that I'm gonna try to restart completely from scratch, building another frame. So my plan is to use the front of a Peugeot bike. For the rear, that's where it's gonna be solid. I'm gonna use steel square tubing to make the whole rear end. And I'm probably gonna make the frame go all the way to like here and to here. And the rear wheel that I'm gonna use is gonna be an e-bike wheel because it's stronger. As you can see, the tire is bigger, can hold the weight of the turbo that I'm gonna use in the combustion chamber, all the parts. Also, there's a cassette so I can put a chain on. And I won't use the electric motor, but I can use it as an alternator because this one only had the battery for the electrical system to be powered. If the battery is low or it's dead, the oil pump can stop and it's gonna break. It's not really like crazy important because we're not gonna ride it for super long, but still it's gonna give some power to the electrical system. So basically what it's gonna look like, something like this, but a little longer. Like I'd say it's probably gonna be long, like a little bit more than this, and there's gonna be one shock in the back just for the turbo because I don't want all this weight to transfer the force directly to the wheel itself or the bearings of the wheel. Let's get to work now, and hopefully by the end of this video you'll see the full frame of this bicycle done, and on the next video we'll do all the systems. Alright, so for the first part of the frame, I'm gonna build this part basically. So just the section that holds the rear wheel, there's gonna be like a shaft where the two bearings are right there. There's gonna be two bearings because it's like, this is just like in 2D, but it's actually in 3 dimensions. So one bearing this on this side, one bearing on this side. And there's gonna be a shaft across that's gonna be welded to this part. And the shaft is gonna go inside the bearings, and the bearings are gonna be bolted to the other part of the frame. That's the plan for today. So build just this part to hold the wheel, and that's it. Before welding this together, I'm just gonna explain quickly what I did. So I had these two bars here that are bolted to these 90 degrees that are actually hooked up to the wheel. So this way, when everything's gonna be welded together, I can just I can take out the wheel. Let's say I have a flat tire or something, I just have to take out these 4 bolts and then I can detach the wheel, because otherwise it will be impossible to like extend the 2 forks. And then I'm gonna use 2 of these bearings that I got from on Amazon. They're gonna be inside this shaft, and that's how I'm gonna bolt the rear part to the rest of the frame with 4 heavy-duty bolts like these ones. So as you can see, the part is fully welded. So now I'm at the part where I need to make the main frame. So my plan is to cut this whole triangle because it's just gonna be in the way and it's gonna make it more complicated anyways. So I'm gonna cut here, 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 and here, and take this whole part out. And then I'm gonna, well, I just went to pick up metal, 1.5 by 1.5 inch metal square tubing, as you can see. So yeah, I know it's like, it's a little bit heavy, but for the weight that's gonna be on this bike, I really need to reinforce it, and like I don't want the same thing to happen. Like I don't want it to be flimsy, so might as well just make it strong. And if it, as long as the engine works, I'm fine. The plan is to basically cut something like that, but like cut two pieces, one like that, at the perfect angle, the same angle as the bike is. And I'm gonna cut with the angle saw exactly the perfect angle, and basically I'm gonna put bolts to bolt it onto the tube of the bike, and then put a few welds to make it even stronger. And from there I'll probably build like a triangle and like a mount for the jet engine. At that point we can go back. I did this part of the frame. Now I'm gonna weld this bar to it, and then this whole thing is gonna be welded onto the bicycle, and from there I'm gonna make the mounts for the rear part that's holding the wheel. So yeah, that's basically it. I'm just gonna tack it and make sure that it's straight before actually welding it. Alright, let's see if it's still straight. Alright, so the plan, like I said, is to do this, then the wheel that will be like somewhere around there, and then now the only thing left I have to do is make from this bar make two bearing mounts that are not in the way of the pedals to hold this part. Like these bearings, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take this metal. There's gonna be two bars. Not super long, just like the perfect length of this, welded like that, one like that, one like that, at the perfect height that I'm gonna like make sure it's good, and then these will be bolted on and inside this part. So the frame is almost done. I just need to weld it to the bike itself. And to do this, I'm gonna make some brackets that I'm gonna weld onto the frame of the bike. I made 4 of these little brackets. I just took like a square tubing, made a hole across it, and then cut it off and cut it in half. And this is the diameter of the bicycle, so as you can see, it fits almost perfectly. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna add 4 of these, so one there, and 2 really close right here on this part. The reason why I cutted this part off is because I wanted to clear the wheel. Even if I use like a bigger wheel with a bigger tire, this would have been in the way, so now it's out of the way and it's still going to be strong enough for what I want to do. Anyways, most of the heavy weight is going to be in the back. I just need to add rear brakes, but that's in a long time. Don't need brakes for now, but the handles, like the controls for the brake are still there. Okay guys, so basically I lost the SD card with all the footage since the last tape that you just saw. And the frame is now fully finished, as you can see. So I think I was at the point where I was about to weld the bike to the frame itself, and I made these 4 brackets. So as you can see, it's now all welded together. I also welded this bar and added a reinforcement right there. That's where the jet engine will be mounted on, as I said before. And the other thing that I did is I add this reinforcement here and here to make sure I strung this way and this way, this whole part, because there was only 2 fixing point on the bar there. But yeah, that's pretty much it for the frame. It's fully ready to well, add the jet engine on it and start working on that. I didn't add the shock yet, like I said, because I figured out that it's better to know what's going to be the weight of the engine before choosing my shock, because I don't want to. Well, I want to do like approximate calculations to make sure that it works okay for the project. So I'll do this probably at the end of the next video. And yeah, so the next video is going to be about the jet engine itself. So finding the right turbo, building the combustion chamber, all like the tubes and the welds. So it's going to be all about the jet engine. And yeah, that's pretty much it. So thank you for watching, and see you in the next